Hey, good evening. It's 1/2/2023. For those that didn't believe that year would be upon us, we are here. We are the infamous, internationally known Black Super Friends podcast. Tonight, it's a new year, and we're not going to say it's a new me, but every day you get a chance to be something different. Tonight, I'm going to introduce you to the cast. The whole basis of this show is four straight, successful Black men who are just happen to be best friends talking about life, relationships, parenting, fatherhood, trauma, trials, spirituality, mental health, therapy, and wild ass stories from our adult life to our childhood. So, first off, I want to introduce you to the brand newest person, the person at the bottom who has his signature microphone, and he has stepped
Mic
it up
check,
this
mic
year.
check.
You would know him as Zay, the international ladies man.
Good evening, good evening. Forgive me for last week. It was very important. I had to miss it. I appreciate all of y'all. I do have my mic. That's to talk A1 shit in 2023 clearly and concisely. Oh, yeah, and to get ready for tax season. Infinity Taxes, Team Fire. Financially independent and retiring early. Come see us for all your financial needs in the 2023 season. What's happening, fellas? I know y'all missed me. Just talk to me.
I did. 3 minutes in, he cussing. Brand new year. You just left midnight service, and it's three. I just. All
Dog,
right.
did you see the preacher? I sent y'all the preacher. Oh man, you should have been there.
That's what they said. All right. Next, I'm going to the man who's on the road tonight, and you would know. I want to get some information on this, Chris 23, but you would help me understand that name for the night.
Well, I got to give a big shout out to Mr. Palm Beach who made me think about this in the pre-show. He said that this is the year of Jordan, so this is the year of greatness, and we want to start off the year right. So we want to go as Chris 23. The year's 2023 is the year of Jordan, So we're doing greatness. We're doing great things.
Legendary.
All right. Next, I'm going to go to the man who, well, his team seems to be going into the playoffs. So we definitely going to have to deal with him for another week or two at least. He believes they're going to the Super Bowl, but we will not turn this into an episode of Undisputed. You know him as the last Cowboy fan living, Super Mario Sr.
Hey man, this is shaping up to be a beautiful year, man. You know what I'm saying? The Dallas Cowboys has not lost in 2023. So we're doing pretty good, man. We're doing pretty good, man. I'm saying welcome. Let's get this thing started, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how petty the Dolphins was because they reported my video, but Facebook said the show must go on. I thought that was some of my best work ever.
It's bullying, okay? At its finest.
Oh,
It was. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna be moving and shaking tonight, so we're gonna go fast. And I really want to load it up that way the clips are going to go in different order. But if I do it right, we'll have enough material for 2 weeks. So I'm gonna change the order tonight. We got gifts this year, and this year, maybe because they winning, he's in good spirits. Super Mario Senior, bought us all gifts. And we want you to understand what put that on your heart to deliver such gifts to the cast. Can you give me your synopsis? Give me the logic. Because, you didn't call us heathens, but I really appreciated the gift. Really, I did. I thought it was heartfelt.
No, I just wanted to be aligned. I think that a lot of times we be talking about purpose.
That's what she said.
For the next year. So I wanted to send send us all a book directory that we can have 52 weeks to learn and to get, biblical, have like a little men's Bible study so we can iron sharpen each other. I'm faith belt, so I'm always going to want to put God first. And I feel like we have a lot of discussions about God, but, when we incorporate him in our life weekly, I believe that once you plant those seeds, we can't help but grow. So what better way to show love than giving the gift of God and Jesus? That's how I feel. So I felt like, you know what? I talk about it a lot. I always advise it. Let me plant some seeds, in your time of need, you can have something to go back to. And then it'll spark up conversation amongst us so we can have our own Bible study amongst each other. Like I said, it's going to only help us because we all got kids. We all are leaders in some shape or form. So having God with us is just always going to take us to the next level. So I just decided that, since we on the air, people tune into us, let's get a little bit more God into our mix. That's all.
Yeah, I definitely listen. I knew it was gonna be something impactful, but that was right on point. So I look forward to it, man. I definitely we got to discuss when we going because we send stuff to each other all day. So it'd be a good moment to say what day we're gonna discuss or what day we're gonna review it. But thank you, man. We all about growth. So I think that was on point. So every year, everybody say New Year, New Me. I always call it New Year resolution lie, but you know, it is what it is. So what's BSF now? What is your individual New Year's resolution if you care to share? I'm gonna go to Chris 23, Chris 23.
Man, the goal is the same as last year. I want to by the end of the year, I want to own my own piece of property. I would love to do it in a duplex and create a passive income. But at the end of the day, that's the number one ultimate goal. I think that goals is nothing unless you put forth the effort. So I understand that I got to trim the fat. I gotta I have to save more. I have to be more. And I'm gonna use the word that Horace been using, intentional about all my actions and all things that's leading me to my goal. So that's the number one goal. I also want to try to read more. I think that's really important. Exercise like everybody else say, but I want to read more and I want to get more into food prep because this year I think that for the last 2 years with trying with trying to get myself in a position to buy property, I had an income tax that had the business, and I had an income tax that didn't have the business. So these 2 years I've slowed down. I'm not filing for the business, so my income tax looked exactly the same, and it should be a smoother process in getting the crib.
Okay, international.
Well, my brother, one of the words that Chris used is one of my key phrases for this year, which is going to be intentional. I actually said I was going to start with less is more. So I actually began my new year before New Year. I try to do that every year. I spent all year since I got injured in the early part of last year, not in the gym, not working out, not doing anything. So I got back to it quietly. I didn't showcase it, didn't say anything to you guys, just been going. As the turn of the year starts, I'm gonna pick up the pace a little bit more. But I'm I ain't trying to tell nobody, but y'all gonna damn sure see it. That's all I gotta say when it comes to that. I got some things though up my sleeve that I do want to knock out. And as I check them off the box, I'll be sure to blast and toot that horn and let you guys know that milestone accomplished. So just be on the lookout for some. Yeah. She said that too. But that's 2023, legendary year. So that's what we're going to do.
All right, I'm going to go to Mario because I couldn't think of anything at all.
Because he's perfect. That's why you thank you so much.
I got a couple goals. I want to make sure that I branch my business out. I've been trying to do this for a little minute in Palm Beach, so I could be be two places at once. A lot of my family still stay in Palm Beach, and I don't get to see them as much as I want. So I'm really focusing this year on trying to branch out one of my business. I've been in talks last year, but a couple of things fell through. So I really want to be able to work and make more money in the city where I'm from, or at least around it. So that's a big goal of mine that I got on the way already. I kind of started that in 2022. So that and every other year until we have a couple of properties. We're gonna buy another house this year. So I've been in that. Then I been talking to another one of my homeboys about partnering with him on buying some stuff. So you know what I'm saying? It's doing pretty good so far. You know what I'm saying? This will be my second year at my new job, and I got another contract for that. So I'm just trying to maintain. I want to do most family oriented stuff this year too. That's another one of my goals. Like
Yeah.
my oldest son is getting older, and he spending a lot more time with me now and wanting to go places with me. So my thing is this year to do more like the car pull up things and the parks and the just events that they have all around Georgia that be free, just to have him around with me, because he getting to the age where he want to kind of go with daddy. So I got an older child, so I know that only lasts so long. So you got to take advantage of that while it lasts. Then pretty soon he'll be saying he don't want to go with daddy. So
Mhm.
that's about it, man. You know what I'm saying? And then our weekly Bible studies. I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm looking forward to the growth out of that, and to the blessings that's gonna come out of that, and to the walking into the overflow that's gonna come from us being intentional, like y'all said, being obedient, which I think I'm being by passing out those books and being purposeful by us reading them and then conversing with each other. I'm truly believing that we're gonna have another level of blessings that get unleashed by us participating in this, because I believe that it's a great design that for us to all do this together. So I'm excited about that.
Well,
All
I know
right.
one of us that's not obedient. Okay, they're not letting me get my blessings. Let me tell you, do not post any presents to Horace. He's a terrible Santa. I have yet to get this blessing of a book that my brothers have sent. Yet he's busy, but we know what he had every Wednesday, and it ain't wacky, Chris. He's at the cigar. Yeah, it ain't wacky all the time. He at the cigar bar. But
Yeah.
that Santa ain't made it over here yet for me to get this blessing of a book. So I'm still waiting because I want to be obedient too. That is all.
But honestly, Xavier, to be crass, I've been up in my shagging. And second, I choose to minister to you right now. So sometimes you just have to give a person karma. There's that person that said, I need a haircut. I'm gonna see if I can fit you in. I gotta run to Mexico real quick, all of that. So Zay sends me a message, bring my book when you come to mama house. I didn't like the tone. I didn't like the tone of the medicine of the message. So I choose not to put it on my to-do list. I said, if I
Boy, I
happen to
tell
go
you.
by, it will get there. But Xavier knows why I stay. So the audacity of him not to come by my dwelling and get it. So I say, you know what? This is a moment where I could teach Xavier how it feels when he gives you the royal shaft when you need something from him. So yes,
The royal
Boy.
big
shaft.
brother, still teaching.
That's what he give to you.
Yeah,
No, I
listen.
definitely don't. Pause.
You know, my New Year's resolution probably gonna be to unpack, kind of bring it all down. I just want to like be more simple, not try to do too much, and I want to go to Colombia. I gotta go to Colombia, the Philippines, and I want to go up to Atlanta. I want to get back to spending more time in Atlanta once again. That's my
BBL is loading.
whoa, boy, that boy's on fire tonight. All right, let me ask y'all something though.
It's the coffee.
Yeah, I bet it's coffee. Oh, shout out to Don who gave me something amazing. It's called Hibiki. It ain't none of that E&J you drink, Zay. This is real top notch, level up type stuff. So if I'm gonna get sick from drinking, yeah, I'm gonna get this is gonna be some top notch stuff. None of that 211 and stuff Zay be drinking. This is real
When I
top
heard Hibiki, drink wasn't what I was thinking when you said she gave you something special. I was willing to ask. I was about to ask you, Tootie, what is more than money? What did she give you that is more than money?
Oh God, what a bug. Hey, on the real though, it's 2023. 2022 feels just like yesterday. What was the most shocking story of 2022? Zay, you was there.
Dang. But was
Most
I?
shocking story of
Man, it was a
2022.
blur.
I bet it was.
It was. It was
But
so many.
Give me one. You know what?
The
I
most.
don't want to crash your brain. I'm gonna go to Chris. No, I'm gonna go to Mario. Give me something.
One of them was just because it's fresh on my mind is Tory Lanez. I didn't see that coming. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did not see that one coming. I just didn't see guilty on all three accounts. I didn't see that coming. I didn't like and not only Tory Lane, just all the people that's going to jail for all these damn Ricos. Like, I don't know when this became a fad. They say, hey, everybody give out Ricos now. You know what I'm saying? It is, some of these ain't even federal, they're just states. And not every state can even give you a Rico. So it's like, well, I can give it, so let me just try to give it. And then, it's a lot of people that's millionaires that's behind bars. And that was kind of strange to me, because normally those are the people who get slapped on the wrist, or they have good enough lawyers so they can slide through. But when I looked at the list, somebody had posted on the internet of all the rappers that's right now that's locked up for serious time, like more than a year and a half. I'm like, God, you forget, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many rappers that this year got locked up and you know what I'm saying, and took some time. And I was like, God, that's a lot of people who are millionaires that's black, that's taken out of the community. And that's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people look at them as rappers, but those people most likely are putting a lot of money back into the inner city, and they're taking care of a lot of people in the inner city, and they're doing drives and tours and stuff like that. And you're taking all those resources and locking them up. Whether they did their crime or not, I'm talking about economically. That's a big hit to us as people, because those who do the tour drive, those who do the turkey drives, those who give out and pay people rent and all that, most of those people are doing that. So when you lock all those people up, now we're back to crawling and begging for master to give us back handouts when we was almost coming on the road to coming sufficient as the people ourselves. So, we just got to be mindful for that. But, man, that was a big hit when I seen that list of all the people, because you kind of forget it in your day-to-day that got locked up this year that were millionaires. So that's one of the things for me.
All right. Well, you're going to make me turn into Tootie Luther King tonight. Listen, my shocking story of 2022 is the state of Georgia. I'm going to put it on the whole goddamn state. Shout out to Young Thug, boy. I salute you. I hope you can make it out of this thing. You're getting shafted royally, but like we say, boy, real gangsters. Just to make a note, all these people be doing all that rap talk, and then they get in them handcuffs. Y'all see from the reality shows, they ain't real. Second of all, I remember it was 100 white dudes, them bikers, that had a shootout with police. They got recalled. Not one person talked. But see all these jokers here were folding like lawn chairs. So that was one. So Georgia using RICO cases to really, like Mario said, cut off a lot of the local economics, the group economics, but most of all, gentrifying areas that a lot of them dudes actually own. The biggest story to me, second story, Herschel Walker, Senator Walker, almost becoming a real senator in the state of Georgia. And last but not least, the economy. I knew Joe Biden would F up this economy, but I didn't know it was going to get to this point. So that's probably the most shocking story, bro, because I really think the next 6 months is going to be total hell with food prices, gas prices. We suffering, and they sending money all around the world. So hopefully we don't go to war, because then it would be horribly worse. Those are the shocking stories of 2022 for me. Jordan, Chris.
Well, to me, mine's kind of like opposite to what Harder was alluding to. I would think this was 2022 was the year of CGW, Crackers Gone Wild.
Oh God!
It started out the year January 6th when they raided the White House. We act like we forget that, but they a group of crackers ran into the White House and raided it. Like that, I'm not going to forget that.
No, ever.
What else? Brent Favre robbed the whole state of Mississippi, and nobody wants to talk about that. Sam Burkford robbed everybody in crypto, but nobody wants to talk about this. Dr. Fauci fooled everybody with COVID.
Boy,
nobody wants to talk about this. But yeah, I think it was a crazy year, and I fear white people. I don't know what
you should have always feared them, my brother, since Christopher Columbus. What the fuck?
That's what I got. That's what I thought was wild, man.
Fauci worked people. Fauci worked people with that COVID whatever vaccine, and we kept saying like we don't believe in this that fast. Like, give us the little guidelines that per the Geneva Convention, FDA, something. And no, it's a pandemic, so you got special rules. And, you know, people are actually suffering. I think we've had a friend that passed away from this vaccine that's supposed to save your life. We had people who taken the vaccine and still get sick. And then we had people who have some real serious injuries per this vaccine that they cannot say or sue or do anything because of that catch-22 clause. So yeah, that was not it. But and just thinking, you know what, you guys named some real good ones, but I'm gonna be this guy, and it's because this is a reality for me. The lack of empathy, like with Kevin Samuels, you know, I know you guys hate him to death, but that guy is a real person and he really died. And you guys showed no emotion, compassion, just a lack, and just this whole total divide of black men and black women. Can y'all make it stop? Can December 31st of 2022 be the end of it for us as black people? Like, we keep talking, as you heard my colleague here with his Dallas Cowboys jersey speak about how us culturally were almost on the verge of getting away from Master. And Master will do something like put a ploy in the middle of us and have us fight over the scraps, like stupid stuff like 50-50. 50-50 don't matter. Do y'all bills get paid and are y'all happy? Because that's what it's really, really about. You feel me? And I think y'all forget that, you know, when you get in the glitz and glamour of social media or what other people have, worry about yourself first and foremost, you know. So 2022 was a head spin for me on all type of levels because I've seen some audacity, and then I just seen a lack of compassion all the way around, whether it be family, friends, business, or just individuals who don't know each other. Just be the worst individual that they can be. And I just want y'all to tighten that up for 2023. Be legendary. Make this your Michael Jordan year. You know what I'm saying? Do all the things that you would like done to you, to others, and hope that it come back. You know how y'all say you put good into the atmosphere. Got to come back to you. Take that negativity and do something with it. Shove it. That's all I got.
Xavier, just when I thought XYZ, you come on here, you totally redeem yourself, man. God damn it. You don't come to work, but you show it up, boy.
Hey, listen, I'm out of PTO days.
Boy, been that. been that. But listen, so back to what Mario said. After the release of the phone call from jail, which really didn't say much to me, do y'all still think that Tory shot Megan? I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to Chris because you know Chris was
all over it.
Oh,
Channel 12.
Yeah, with a little twist on it though.
Well, what I will say is, like I said last show, I didn't see nothing that the prosecution proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Tory shot Meg. And that phone call doesn't do that for me. I agree with Tory being filed on all three of those charges because I believe that his witness did that to him. But as far as proof beyond a reasonable doubt that he shot her, I didn't get that.
Don't see it.
And then with the phone call, I don't hear him apologizing for shooting Meg, which would be easy to say. He never did. Ever did he do that? He apologized for what happened, but I didn't hear him apologize for shooting Meg. And I think that people are hearing that and taking that as a confession when that's not the truth. I don't know. A lot of people that haven't been to jail before, but to bring you up to speed on people that went to jail, when you pick up that phone, they tell you that this is being recorded. They tell you that this can be used against you. So it wouldn't be okay for him to say he shot Meg or that Kelsey herself shot Meg. But let's go back to what we heard in the case, because I don't like to go by what I speculate about. I go by what I heard out that came in the case. In the case, Chelsea said that when Chelsea was first arrested for this, she said that Tory shot Meg. That's what she said. When she also sent a text message to the security guard saying that Tory shot Meg. Now, I don't understand. Excuse me if I'm wrong, Horace. You know a little bit about law. The only reason that you need a plea, would you take a plea? Accept immunity or plead the fifth is to not incriminate yourself. Correct.
Correct.
What would be the problem? What would be the problem for Kelsey to go up there and say exactly what she said when she got arrested and exactly what she said to the security guard? The only reason why she wouldn't get on the stand and say that or accept immunity for it or plead the fifth about it is if what she was going to say incriminates her. Just like the witness said, he seen a woman discharge the gun, and the fire came from the blaze came from the muzzle. That's what the witness said. So no, I don't think that phone call made me think that Tory shot Meg at all, and I don't take it as a confession because, for one, he did not confess to that. That's just my opinion.
I agree with you, Chris. Mario.
You're right.
I think I have to definitely agree with that because following the case, it's just too much. It's just too much reasonable doubt. Everybody was lying from the beginning to the end, and trying to withhold information, trying to twist and put their own spin on the narrative to make it come back to what they want. So in that case, we'll never get the truth because it's just too much lying, and double backing. But I would say this. It's very peculiar that and this is just I don't have no proof of what I'm finna say. Like Chris, he went to the facts, and I normally stay on the fact show, but it's just a conspiracy theory from the beginning of 2023. It's so peculiar to me that I believe that Megan was playing the publicity role the whole time, right? I believe that above all, the agenda was to make her the platform and the face for the savior of Black women, right? Mm-hmm. That has nothing to do with my belief in whether she shot or not. I'm just telling you, I believe that was the underlying tone from Rock Nation and from other people who were pouring into this to buy in on the Black women movement, which is very powerful right now, and make her the catalyst for domestic violence and abuse to Black women. So we can say this is how Black women not getting who's getting overlooked, how they're getting misused, mistreated, and nobody cares about them. Here's it right now, and I believe Tory got used as the Black big bad wolf that attacks helpless Black women, right? So cool. Now that we have that, it's so peculiar that we sit here and look at the case is over. Tory facing 20 years, and miraculously, all this stuff is still getting released. So you ask yourself, Megan won. Why is this stuff still getting released? It don't matter what we think now. He has been proven guilty. It's because Rock Nation is still trying to prove in the public opinion that Megan was the victim, and we should still feel sorry for her so she can push her albums back out. Because right now it's 50-50, and a lot of people still don't support Megan. And right now she's not a valuable asset signing to Rock Nation, because I believe if Megan dropped an album right now, it will flop because of the way this case went. So they're still trying to do PR stunts, and I think they landed on too thick because the public we see is fickle. In February, nobody's going to give a damn about this Tory Lanez case. He gets sentenced at the end of January. Nobody not going to care. So I believe they still trying to ride this case, and ensure that when he gets sentenced, he gets the book thrown at him. And I just think that's fucking crazy right there. That you just you won. And it's like, I'm going to dig him the grave that he can never come back and claw out of. And that's just crazy.
Can I say something that I wanted from a business aspect? Besides the agenda that nobody, especially the feminist community, don't want to realize or accept, Megan was one lie away from her brand being totally diminished. That case hurt her, right? Even despite all that came out in the case, I actually had some arguments with some feminists this week, that even some of our local feminists who just seem to be so jaded and biased that they would not accept anything that was factually testified under oath. Forget what Chris said last week. When they spoke to what investigator. They didn't speak to police, but when it had to be under oath, how do I not accept what's said under oath? And I think if she was proven to be a liar again or whatever, that would diminish her because she does not have her brand has really took a hit. So let's champion on, find something to build her back up. Get some of these women's groups to support her. She's the victim. And now, like you said, they're using her as this mascot for the Great Divide. Black, and I've been seeing some of the worst people. Black men don't support, protect Black women, which this case has nothing to do with that. But even the people I know just refuse to hear that. And it's really sickening to make it seem like we're the ones that's effed up for trying to hide.
You know what's so crazy and so hypocritical, Horace? Not to cut you off. I seen a very public figure say this is she echoed what I seen somebody from Rivera say, that black men are one of the biggest threats to black women, right? I seen her say that. And then in the next week after the guilty, she posted Meg's boyfriend and said, "This is a king that stood by her woman," but he black. So black men is the big bad wolf that's killing all black women. But then this black man, because he stayed there, like no matter what, because him supporting Meg or thinking Tory shot her has nothing to do with the numerous amounts of dudes. He's the only one that should care about who Meg slept with. He's the only one. And when everybody else say it don't matter, it don't have nothing to do with this case. Well, it got something to do with him. So you can't tell this man. So right now he leave Meg not because she a liar, not because she lied on Tory, for the simple fact that 6 niggas' name came up in court, then he would have been just another sorry black man, huh? But because he stayed by her after all these cheating and treacherous rumors, then he's a hero. And that's what makes him honorable, because he stayed by his girlfriend that's completely cheated on him and lied to him in the world about sleeping with other niggas. This is a crazy world out here. And I'll tell y'all, man, do not let a woman give you value in yourself, because that's what they can do. They can twist it, manipulate it, and pull it. And then whenever they want you to be the king, you the king. Whenever they don't want you to be a peasant, you're a peasant. Remember that.
And they do.
Hold on, Zay. Just to make this point. Just make this point. If that dude was on trial, and during that trial, it was revealed that he was sleeping with 1, 2, 3, 4 women in this period,
out of there,
what would have been the story? They would have, girl, you don't need that, leave that dude, da 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 da. So sorry about that, Zay.
You ain't do or say anything wrong. I totally agree, Hardy. I talk about it all the time because I feel like that's so disrespectful to the men that are in the women's family that utter that foolishness. I don't give a damn if it's your brother, father, uncle, cousin. They make sure for your raggedy ass, but you always quick to say black men don't take care or make sure for black women. Yes, Horace, I'm upset because I'm tired of that. Like, cut it out. You feel me? And at the end of the day, with the Tory thing, oh, sorry about that. My bad, Hardy. They're not taught accountability like we are as young men. You feel me? Like when we mess up, they tell us you can't do that. As a man, you got to do the right thing. Unfortunately for women, y'all get a pass. I know. I have a daughter. I know. We kind of smooth things over for them. It is what it is, but that doesn't make it all right. And that's the point that I'm making. As it pertains to the phone call with Tory, he still didn't say that he shot her. I'm not one of them guys. I have a daughter, but I'm listening to him, and I'm listening to him from a man's standpoint. He's probably upset of the way how things went that night. You know, as guys, we don't really like to go out and it be a bad night. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, I hear the empty, like, dang, I'm sorry that it went down like that. It wasn't supposed to go like that. Some women, some of the feminists that Horace is talking about, that he's had conversations with, take that as, oh, that's context clues as to what happened. That is not Pinky in the brain. There's nothing of that is context clues. That is a man that is upset with the way how that night went. Norman made a very good point. If you pull it back up, he said, oh, but he's small, though, because a lot of people pick on his size because he's a little short in stature, and says he has what is that, Napoleon complex, whatever the case may be, right? But let's really be honest. What the hell did Tory have to shoot her over? He won. We say this all the time. Girls say, but his thing was little. He still hit you. He actually was the one who, you know, had victorious exploits with both women. He had no reason to be upset. He actually was going for a triple, what they call it, a home run, a triple dipper, whatever the case may be. And it didn't work out in his favor. Unfortunately, that young lady was shot. Unfortunately, that young man is in prison facing a lot of time behind some very questionable statements made under oath. So, you know, I hate to see black men going away, and I hate to see black women at the catalyst of them being locked up or killed or whatever the case may be. I'm right back to what I started with. We got to get on one accord, whether that's protecting black women or protecting black men. Women, y'all got to also understand, when you utter that rhetoric about men not protecting black women, you're also not protecting us. So one hand got to wash the other. But that's all I got, and I'm not the brightest.
We got to bring Amber on the show.
Look, hey, I want to be clear. I don't have a problem with Tory going to jail because I believe that he should have went to jail. I just don't believe he should have went to jail for some of those charges, although I think he proved that. I believe that he should have went to jail for one, telling the business. You don't tell both of them girls that you're sleeping with each other, with both of those girls. You first
Why
of all,
not?
we don't because we don't kiss and tell, bro. You gonna stop her from giving it up to you on the side.
Not in this
That's
honest
a
society
violation.
that we have.
Putting 3 other dudes in the business telling who she fucked him and she hit him and she hit him. That's a violation. That's G code. That's G code. You should be under the jail for that too.
You don't think a young girl?
He wants to live the polygamous life. And when you live the polygamous life, you have to have some ground rules, which is honesty and trust. And that's what I think he was starting with. They just couldn't take
all that. Chris, you don't think
saying.
A young girl with that lacks maturity ain't gonna try to screw up, F over a dude that just played me? I'm embarrassed. You broke the code. You made me look like a fool. You know that case didn't have to go that far because they keep saying she was shot. She got fragmented. She was on the boat a couple days later twerking. So this case ain't like he shot her like on Harlem Nights. But guess what? You told the business, so yeah, I'm gonna get you. I want to see you go down. That's what I feel.
But that's crazy. But that's crazy though, Horace, because he told the business in a direct way for because maybe he was looking for a fun time with both of them. But women tell the business all the time, and then that's not a problem. That ain't a violation. I don't get it. They
don't have a G code. We have a G code.
Okay.
We have a G code.
They don't have an accountability code either, and y'all complain about that. But I'm just saying.
I think. Listen, I already messed up, girl. Yes, I did some slimy stuff. I know you shot me, but I'm about to make him go down for this, and we'll patch up later.
And his dumb ass was trying to be real. If you really want to be honest, I think like that's a situation of being real gone bad. He was trying to be real because you know what, you did something messed up, trying to cover, because that's what we men do. We don't protect. We just be trying to do the G code because that's what we were taught. And then it spent bad on him because he was trying to close his mouth and not really say what went on. But he the one about to get the time, and they gonna be out here popping on a handstand a week later.
Once she put up that she needed immunity and she invoked the fifth, I would have gave her the business. The jury got to look at that. You know what I mean? It makes now it's a stronger case. Like, I'm not gonna say it, but look, that's what I would have did. I don't know how. In that case, I probably would have took the stand. Hey, I would listen for me. Boom, she did it. I'll take the other charge, which she did get charged for anyway. Hey, when I took the gun away, I fired in the air to calm the situation because I was intoxicated. But I didn't shoot the fragments of this girl. That's what it bothers me about the case. It's sensationalized. Oh, she shot in the foot. No bullet went in her foot. It was fragments. She was on a boat a couple days later. The media got a hold of it and blew it up. He's over there talking his shit on Twitter. She's going back and forth. Now you're making her look like a liar. Her brand is going down. So they should have been able to handle that behind the scenes because, her brother about to go down for some time. So it's no win situation. And who's to say she won't be back on Gayle King next week saying, I lied?
Lying.
Because she volunteered to lie on that last goddamn episode and nobody asked for that. So, I'm sorry, feminists.
Talking about
I don't believe in somebody who has lied for no reason.
I hate that they keep talking about the sex as if the sex was all the evidence that was put in. She was fucking. It is what it is. It's over with. She's an adult. She did it. Her dude is all right with it. God bless his soul. You feel me? And that's what it is. Don't make that what it is, but look at the actual. Don't be dummies, people. Y'all are smarter than that. Please, just I don't know, but maybe y'all watch a different trial than we watch. Because
listen,
and I don't lack empathy. I just don't like foolishness. So that's just that. Sorry, guys.
You wouldn't see me in that courtroom no more. Let it be Zay. I'm texting in the courtroom. Oh boy, Zay. I know you better get up out of that courtroom, boy.
Run out of there like Bubba J. Y'all gotta come get me.
All right, let me say something. So, since we're talking about feminism, and it goes hand in hand with misogynism, the man predicted, this is how good he is. Y'all hated Kevin Samuels, but some of the people in our own circle of BSF, the females, I want you to understand that you are media trained and manipulated. You know how many people hate Andrew Tate but have never listened to a video? You know how many people will repeat this and say Andrew Tate is a misogynist? Why you hate it? He's a misogynist. I see all the videos. And they'll say he don't like women. But if you listen to Andrew Tate talks about men being better and also talks about goddamn how he loves women. Women are special. This. He talks about, dude, hey, stop telling yourself a lie. Get your shit together. Blah, blah, blah. So I don't understand. But this week, Andrew Tate said, first they silence you, right? Then they arrest you, and then they kill you. So they already banned him from every damn media outlet at one time. And you have to ask yourself, like, what is he saying that makes you need to be banned? Because it's not the misogyny. What is he saying that makes him get banned? So they bring him back. Thank God for the dude from the own Twitter now, Tesla guy, Elon Musk. But then he gets arrested. So the headlines, oh, he's gotten arrested for sex trafficking and all this stuff, right? Not true. He got arrested and got questioned, got released later. You know what I mean? So but it's just the power of the media. So I wanted to ask y'all, dog, what did y'all think about the recent arrest and a release of Andrew Tate from jail? Do you think there's more, or you think Andrew Tate already know, like, hey, they coming for me? Jordan.
I think Andrew Tate seems to be a very smart man, but what he's missing is that his father was a black man, and by proximity, that makes him a black man. and so, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what's going on. They can get you as a black man. And I think Jay-Z had some line about that still. So
yeah.
I look. I want to tread lightly because sex trafficking is a strong case. He's been arrested for this prior. Found out those charges was bogus. Even some of the victims or so-called victims came out in favor of him, saying that it wasn't true. When he initially got arrested, that was the big headline. It comes out that there was question about money laundering and things like that. My thing is this: if what he's saying is so bad, because he's being arrested for this. I mean, he's allegedly did this. Where's the hypocrisy in Cardi B admitting to raping, drugging, and robbing men, admitting to it, and getting and being able to parlay that into meeting with the president about black issues when she, according to what I think she likes, who she married, she was robbing, raping, and drugging black men. That is the craziest thing in the world to me. And we're not holding. This is not alleged. She admitted to this, but she's on Twitter. She's on Twitter right now. She's on every social media network, and it's perfectly fine. I'm saying I think sexual assault is a big, big, big thing, and I'm support any feminist that's in support of ending it and making people accountable for it. Here is an example of sexual assault. If you want equality in this, why are you not fighting for the men who I know they probably scared to come out? They probably scared to embarrassed to show their face. But she has victims in her past. She has victims. And do you care about the men? Is she going to get canceled? The men that she robbed and raped and who are now too scared and embarrassed to come out and say that I was robbed and raped and abused and drugged by Cardi B? Or are we still going to make sure we go attack anytime a man happens to talk masculinely about other men and being able to just say the truth about the world as he see it? That's all I'm saying. I don't know of what Tate did is true. I don't know, but all I'm saying is let's go back to the stuff that we know and be consistent on it. That's all I got.
I'll say this, Chris. Horace. I think Tate, to answer your question, Horace, I think he knew it was coming. I see where he got arrested, and he said the Matrix is attacking me. All right. For those of you who watch the Matrix, you'll understand exactly what he meant. Chris, you made a great point. Your father's black. You're black. Hardy, I think we both went to ICY. We had an African arts teacher who taught us Jumbo and C Jumbo. She was, African arts. What she told us is everything started in Africa. She said that if you have a cup of white milk and you put some chocolate milk in it and you stir around, what you got? Chocolate milk. If you take some chocolate milk and you put white milk in it, what you stir around, what you got? Chocolate milk. So what you said makes plenty of sense. Boy, your father is black. If you ain't learned anything from Kanye, knowledge is not power, but the way you use it can be your demise. And I see them knocking at your door, my brother. I would tell you to be wise. But he's still talking, and he sounds like the young man that got shot several times and was joking, saying, I'm still alive. He's still throwing darts at these people, and they letting him know that they're not a fan or a friend of his. As far as the toxic masculinity that he preaches and talks and tells women that it is necessary. Men don't need to feel all warm and cozy all the time, because you get those lackluster men that you guys complain about all the time. Men need to go through pain and trial and tribulations in order to build that guy that you can feel rest assured upon and be safe with. The ones that protect black women. But that's all I got. I don't know too much about Andrew Tate. I know that he seems to be a very intelligent young man. I know that he speaks about I don't agree with all of his rhetoric, but a lot of it that he speaks on, yes, I'm hitting the like button, because he's talking about men getting up and pulling themselves up by their bootstraps, and I'm all for that. So I don't know what's going to happen with his case. I know that some of what the media let out as to why he was arrested is not true, as we've come to find out with Donald. Fake news. But I know that we as black people love to eat it up, because we love to watch the news. We don't love to research things for ourselves and read books like my brother said he's going to get into this year. We don't like to try to find out what's really, really going on and what they're not telling us or what they're not saying. So, hey, that's what I got from it. I hope that brother the best, and I hope that he's as wise as I think he is and uses his intelligence to preserve his life, because we're all born with self-preservation first. So,
well, I would say this, and I claim it. 70% of the global population are idiots, media populated, manipulated, and educated. So for all those people, especially my female audience that says they hate Andrew Tate but have never listened to him and they just repeat what they've heard, he's misogynist, I want you to embrace this. A lot of you didn't like Kevin Samuels. You disliked him. But now, in retrospect, after his death, his videos are going viral, right? Each one goes viral. And most people that do listen to him will say, I finally listened to him and he made some points. I think you should take that same approach with Andrew Tate. You might not agree with everything he said, but I think if you listen to his videos, you're going to get more out of it than you're going to dislike. The power of the media is powerful. Just like they said, the headline, clickbait is a new thing. So if I said if I put on Facebook, Chris Leo got arrested for having a pit bull puppy ring or something, or he killed pit bulls, that would go viral, right? And then when I retract the story and say it was a lie, how many people actually repost that it was a lie? Not gonna happen. So for all you that hate Kevin Samuels, but now you appreciate him, I say give Andrew Tate a chance, because he simply has some stuff that you can take in and kind of absorb from. Mario.
I think all y'all hit on great points, right? So him being a black father, I watched a couple of his interviews on other networks. I watched the one with Pierce Morgan. If you haven't watched one, that gives you an in-depth understanding of him, and he get real deep into not just USA, but the way he tore down Britain and England, and the way he tore down the societies of other countries, and raved about. He stays in the UAB right now. He stay over there, in over there in where you went, Zay? I'm just getting a blame freeze right now. Dubai. He stay over there now, right? So he was talking about how they building this society and it's so amazing. And the United States is failing, England is failing, China's failing. He was just tearing down companies, right? And Piers Morgan is one of the mainstream global outlets where people get information like a talk. So he's the Oprah of the world for white and hierarchy people, right? So I watched that in detail, and I said, "Dang, you gotta love Andrew because Andrew's what you aspire to be, right? So as a man, that's why he talks so with so much bravado, right? He's successful.
Yeah.
He's over 6 foot. He's well groomed. He's articulate, and he's sure of himself. And he's a fighter. He made his money from being a fighter, so he has that rough guy, that chip that most women say they like. So when most women, when they say what they want a man, he checks off most of the boxes. Except for he bald, but that's he gets the box with me because I understand the bald brother, right? But in all those boxes, he check off, right? So then one thing I know about being a man of that stature and a man of that ability, the other men who don't have those abilities and who don't have those attributes are instantly haters. And a lot of those rich people that you've seen, the Elon Musk, the Donald Trumps, and probably don't look like Andrew Tate. So the Andrew Tate is the guy who's probably sleeping with their wife or hitting their daughters who they don't like and all that kind of stuff, right? Here goes the hate. So it's easy for them to attach to a arsenal of stuff that's coming after him, even though they know it's wrong, as Horace alluded to when he was saying that they're going to come after him, because they can't come after him without powerful white men with money. Let's just be realistic, right? And those people look at Andrew as smug, a butthole, condescending, and arrogant. So even if the women are saying this, it's still getting pushed beyond an age by suckers. I think Chris alluded to that on the last topic that we were talking about. And I always want to understand that even men still make the world go round. So hate at any level can be tolerated. And I believe that right now, it's some people who don't like Andrew just because he's everything they can't be. And they're helping this agenda get pushed. And that's sad. Because feminists and all the other stuff he's doing, don't get me wrong, that's the clickbait and that's the hot topic. But I looked into that Romanian case. And like Chris alluded to too, it's other people in other countries of higher origin that is trying to get him. That is like they're after Andrew Tate. They tried to seize his money at one point, and he beat that case. Like they're trying to silence him. And I don't think that's just feminist people. I think that's a bunch of haters who fear him because they know he has that it. And anytime you have that it, you become feared into the mainstream of society. Anybody, John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Muhammad Ali, we can go down the thing, Elvis. I'm just saying we can just keep going down. Anytime you have that it and other people have obtained just money, then you become scary to them people. And I think Udoka showed you that too at the highest level. That once you that guy, and I know that my money can't shut you up, I'm scared of you. And they're gonna take him down at any cost. And I'm sad because just like Horace said, if you really sit there and listen to Andrew Tate, 90% of the stuff he say is towards men.
Yeah.
It's towards men. It's about men don't be sorry. Men don't be suckers. Men don't be lazy. Men get in better shape. Men don't take this. Men. But then he might say, because women are these kind of people, and you have to understand if they do this, then you need to be ready to do this. Then they take that one little clip and he misogynist. He the worst person in the world. So I just feel like the brother getting a bad thing, but I think one thing for sure, in the elite, they try to show Donald Trump this. Bro, you're not one of us. You from England, that's cool. Your mom was this person, but your daddy was a black man from Africa. So no matter how you get, you're not one of us. And they're gonna always let him know you're not one of us. Go ahead.
He was supposed to be on the show tonight, but the flight got changed and stuff like that. But he said he'd probably try to make next show for us.
Hey guys. So I've been trying to put this off for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes into the show, but I want to break from the show and do breaking news. We really highlight black men, and during the Bengals Buffalo Bills game. Second year safety Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field after a tackle where he stood up and collapsed. His condition is unknown. He was on the field for 15 minutes. He had a pulse, but was not breathing on his own, and he was given CPR on the field. Is being transported to the hospital. The game has been suspended. Prayers to him, the family, the Bills, all those in attendance. That is a horrible,
another black man.
Horrible scene to observe. And playing football, any injury can be you do have situations where they become fatal. So shout out to the NFL for suspending play, and hopefully the second year player has full recovery, but it looks horrible to see that on the field. So just wanted to give y'all a heads up because the game is still suspended.
Yeah,
he's been transported to the hospital.
That's real.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing that they stopped it. They called to New York. I was just listening to that. They called to New York and got the okay, and everybody signed up on this in minutes to freeze that game for that, and it's suspended. That's for the people who we just talking about who don't care about nothing but money. That's crazy for them to do that. Normally they just howl you off and then you know what I'm saying, and keep the game going.
Keep going.
Right, but that's how serious this is.
Yeah, yeah, man, bro. I mean, I tried to actually keep it in, but just to see how people react and all teams are in the locker room. That's horrible, man. That's very horrible. I lost one of my best friends in high school who collapsed on the court, and it took me a long time to get over that. It was a game that I was supposed to go to. I told him that I'd catch him later. I'd be at the game because usually I ride home with him, and I did. And the next later than that, I found out he collapsed on the court. So
and died. So horrible, man. Second year player. We play sports to try to change our families, change our livelihoods. So horrible incident, man. I definitely wanted to let y'all know about that because that's hard to process for anybody, bro. And y'all play sports, and we've all seen some stuff on those fields. Chris, you've been a coach, so hey, man, that's hard news to take on. There.
I think they go back to me and Chris was talking about this. I know he had brought this up about tools. And that's what I keep saying about people bro, you gotta. I understand being a millionaire is amazing. Listen, I don't understand. I'm gonna stop saying I've never been a millionaire right now, currently, so I don't understand. I'm assuming being a millionaire is amazing, right? And having the money and adoration, but at some point, you got to say, like, for my health. Now that don't have nothing to do with this, because this was a freak accident. But I'm just saying for what we know. I'm just saying when you hear I be hearing Shannon Sharp them and all them take that, like, bro, like right now I'm looking at people on the sidelines of games. I watched the Ohio State game when Harrison Jr. was trying to come back in the game. They told you have a head injury. You have a clear head injury. And he's begging to get back in the game. You in college. You don't get paid for this. You're not even getting paid. And he's trying to go back in to win a championship. And I understand that fight as an athlete.
Man,
but at some point, they don't take his helmet. He go back in the game because Ohio State with him, he was killing Georgia, killing them. So with him in the game, they win. It's like at some point, we got to start realizing and giving kudos to those coaches and those people who do the right stuff. Because there's so many people who be like, "You good? Well, I'm good. All right, go back out there." You know what I'm saying? And then if you play sports, especially football, bro, concussion the easiest thing to get. All that you seeing stars and all that, bro. That's a mild concussion.
Yeah,
bro.
We joked about things like that as kids, bro. We didn't think that was what it was like. Man, they dazed me, and we got up and kept really hurt.
Whoa, whew, had to breathe like hard. Whew. And then you come back, the coach shake your helmet, which is not helping, saying you all right,
at
boy?
All.
Put you right back out there. Bro, I don't even know it's day Saturday. I'm
amazing.
All kind of stuff. But you know what I'm saying? So man, you just gotta teach people who have kids, people who listening, who got young people who play sports, man. Y'all gotta listen, man. This shit crazy.
Listen, man, people don't really know how vital that neck is. Those just C1
Whoa,
through 5.
It's it's very vital. That neck is, boy. Listen,
What a
save a life.
butthole, man.
Where
whoa.
Irene at? Save a life.
Anybody who know that, shame on them.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, what a butthole,
Neck is
man. But
beautiful.
when I had that neck injury, man, bro, listen, that neck controls a lot of function in
Pause.
your body.
You do.
They do. God damn it,
He,
man.
he,
I swear to
he was
God.
motorboating. Got a neck injury.
Listen, man. You don't want to have bad neck.
That's facts.
You're gonna be in a group chat and it ain't gonna be pretty.
Boy.
You jerks, man. Listen, prayers to the young man. They might have the game suspended. I see people leaving the stadium. So, hey, man, game officially suspended. That's hard to play under any conditions anyway, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Ooh.
Since all y'all heard was Nick. Let's close out the show with this, man. 3 things you want to accomplish this week. And next week we'll see how you did. And let's be realistic. This coming from Mario. 3 things you want to accomplish this week before we sign off. I'm gonna go to Zay. I want to hear these.
I wish we could hit these if he turned his mic on.
If you plug the ball,
Hey, I got this brand new mic to talk SHI.
Millie.
Yeah, you know it. As long as y'all know. I kind of cheated. I done already started. But basically for me right now, as you guys know, you see Infinity Taxes and beyond. For this season right now, for me, I started doing this. I did a vision board party for my associates and teammates to get their minds right, to think about what it is that they want out of the 2023 season. This is that legendary year. I want all these guys to be legendary. So what I want them to do is get on the ball. This is the beginning of the money season for them. I want them to make that raise that they've been ranting about all year count. How they're going to do that. I made sure I put that in place. I got them firing on all cylinders as far as how to put yourself in a position to win, because that's what leaders do. I did that. The exercise thing, like I told you guys, I didn't even talk to you guys, you're my closest cronies, letting you guys know that I've been back on the ball and getting movement or motion, like these young dudes say. And at the end of the day, I want to make sure that I'm back in the gym like I was doing before last year and getting this physique going on. Because, how you going to be high value man and your body look like blah blah blah, but you can't do that. So I got to tighten up on that. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna do, and we're gonna check back on it to make sure that I'm doing that. And outside of everything else, just being more intentional with everything. That's all I got. What I want to do.
All I heard was you back on the balls.
Hey, you shut your mouth. I'm issuing them, but I ain't on them. How about that?
Oh, Super Mario.
Bastard.
Yeah. Well, one thing I want to do is make sure I do my goals for this year. Me and my wife did that yesterday, so just give an outline of like what I want to achieve this year. I always try to do that within the first month of the year. I don't put myself under a big leash, but I just try to make sit down and see like what do I have planned, what's my realistic goals, and what's my shoot for the moon goals, and then try to see like if everything go amazing and in some kind of way. Because you got to be prepared for everything. And what's my bounce back goal just in case shit go wrong. So we kind of have 3 sections of that. Another thing I want to do is make sure I reach out to before this week over to make sure I reach out to all the people who I love and I in my family and have a conversation. Like I normally try to check off stuff every month and try to at least talk to people who are in my close circle at least once a month. Sometimes it's set to 2. Just to see how you doing. I want to continue doing that because I believe that's important because sometimes I make them phone calls and I never would know some things if I didn't have those phone calls. You know what I'm saying? And the last thing, my baby birthday is Wednesday. So I'm going to celebrate that this week with her and then probably go take her to somewhere to eat or something like that to drink, even though she don't like drinking. Thank you, Lord, for that blessing that I didn't even pray for. But that's about it for this week right here. Next year I want to do the year so we can check back in and replay them at the end of the year. To see how we did, just as if it's on wax, it's gonna make you hold yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we say stuff at the beginning of the year, but we actually forget it. And if we write it down, we don't have to tell nobody what we wrote down. We can just scratch the paper up, ball it up, and be like, it never happened. But I believe like once you say it and put it in the atmosphere, then it makes you be that much intentional or purposeful on getting those things accomplished. And I'm excited, man, for 2023.
Chris Jordan. That was a hell of a goodbye.
Left.
Hey, hold up, Chris. Before you go, shout out to our beautiful aunt C. Today is her birthday. I'm a favorite nephew, so you guys didn't remember. I did. I brought her a gift. She hugged me. I'm quite sure she got something wonderful in store for me. I just wanted to be the one that whenever anyone shows her this online, that her nephew Xavier was the one who said, "Happy birthday, Aunt C. We love you." From all your 30th Street nephews. And I'm the favorite. That's all.
That's amazing.
Yo, Mr. Palm Beach in the building.
Chris Jordan.
Hold on.
This week.
What I would say this week, one of them already got knocked out thanks to Norman Wright Jr., the store manager at Firestone at the corner of South Military and Boynton Beach. I just got a mean hookup on 4 brand new tires. And it's the only way to drive, man. If you're going to drive safely. Go see my boy Norman Wright Jr. at Firestone. Whatever you can. He'll tell him Chris sent you. He'll take care of you. So my second one, I want to say that I'm going to get a calendar. Because I kind of like, again, that the word for this year is going to be intentional. Thank you, Horace, for putting that in my mind. But I want to write it down. I want to write everything down that I do, even when it comes down to credit and knowing your statement dates and everything like that. I want to be very intentional about things, and I feel like I'm better because when I'm at work, I write things down on my calendar, and I'm just going to transfer that mindset to my real life. But honestly, man, before we go, I hope we got some time, dog. I got a daddy question. So if we do got some time, let me know. But I got a daddy question.
Run it.
Horse, good?
Horse.
Yeah, I only got 3 things I'm trying to accomplish this week.
No, what was your 3?
Can't think of
Food,
anything.
sex.
Oh, okay. So
I'm really covered.
dog, my
one and the same for one of them. You know,
dog,
I would cut her up, but my stomach come before sex. House floor. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I went right.
They're an eater.
You watch your mouth.
I'm trying to be serious, man.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Disrespectful.
My chickens just came home to roost, fellas. The little boy broke my baby heart, dog. The little boy broke my baby heart, and I really don't know how to handle it. How do you handle my baby?
You gotta ask him for the fade. You gotta say, "Hey, bro, I need the 1v1."
Dude,
Kick his ass, man.
What I'm saying is, dog, like she said, she caught Buddy opening the door for a girl, smiling in her face and stuff like that.
Chris, you teaching your daughter, and it's my niece too. And let's not don't get too harsh. We teach her not to have sex, Chris. At that age, there's young ladies out there dropping it like it's
which is a good thing.
So,
but what I'm saying,
that's where he going.
How am I supposed to handle?
I don't want you to tell her that, but explain that to her. Maybe they look you more of a stern woman.
Let me get some. Can I get some feedback, fellas?
I didn't even hear the question.
Kick his ass,
my baby got his heart broken. Remember the dude that's supposed to take her to the prom and she had her first little crush. The boy broke her heart, and that's why. And I had to watch my baby FaceTime me crying her eyes. I mean, that shit was so hard, dog. She was like, "Dad, I really like him."
I think you're missing it, though, Chris. I think you're missing it. The fact that she had a daddy to call, right? You might not have all the answers, But we can't really hide them from reality. She gonna probably have another, heartbreak, and that's where Daddy come in, take her for ice cream, and you feel that void a little bit until she gets her own synopsis of. I hope she don't never say dudes ain't shit, but I'm saying, hey, who the old man?
Can I have a question for Zay?
Hey man, listen. That's why we'll have live shows.
No, the best no hair live mofo you ever seen.
It's a snapping turtle. Hey,
Thank you. Put
Ah.
your hat on us.
so what I'm trying to say to you, Chris, is, bro, we can't hide them from life.
You know, I'm trying to be serious.
Yeah, bro. See, well, you like you at the Source Awards. Hey, so
The South got something to say.
the South got something to say,
Are we talking on?
bro. I mean, yeah, bro. I know that hurt you, but that's gonna happen. So that's one of the time you just, she want her daddy. You was there. I think that's. I don't have a daughter. I don't.
Well, what I told her was this. I said that the greatest thing about her having a sister is that anytime she have an issue, she can always ask herself, what would be her advice if her sister was in the same position? And normally what the advice that we would give someone is the advice that we should take ourselves. So I told her, because I do it myself. I like to live my life where I can hand my younger brother or my younger sister my phone and shit. They won't see no sucker shit in it. They won't see me. I have to live by a certain standard so their older brother won't be looked at as, a sucker. So I felt like she should take it in consideration that if her sister was in the same position, what advice would she give her? How would she tell her to handle this situation? And that's the best way I can come up with, dog. I don't know how to. I broke so many hearts that I don't know what to tell her. To be honest with you, dog, I didn't even know what to tell her.
One more plus. You got two extremes. You got Latoya, your sister, and then you got Auntie. So between those two perspectives, I'm pretty sure it's something to gain from their insight on the male perspective. So your sister pretty much gonna give us some feminism. Auntie gonna give us some wisdom. Hey, that's when you lean, you kind of lean on the females in your family.
All the females in my family is very hard on men. So I know. Hell no. My mama was terrible on men. My auntie's terrible on men. My sister won't give no man a chance. So I don't know if I want to take that advice.
Hey. That's some good advice.
Very true.
That's a good
Mario.
advice.
Y'all got any advice for him? Toy, you was a feminist. Sister told
Which one
you.
you want? You want the Jamaican advice or you want the American advice, Chris?
Whichever one.
Listen, man. The American advice, in the words of your brother, kick his ass, Seabass.
Okay.
You don't go around hurting our princess. The Jamaican advice, life is like rice and peas. It ain't always gonna be smooth. I don't know what that meant, but that's what they told me. And you just go for the next. That's all I got for you.
All right, that was horrible advice. Mario,
That's what they gave me.
you was the first daughter daddy. What you got?
I'm not that sympathetic. So I just told my daughter the first time it happened, that shit happens in life. And then at the end of the day, I always gotta be realistic. You gotta be realistic with life. Like I said, I think my baby was like in the 7th grade or some shit like that, 8th grade or something like that. And I was like, yeah, so you expected him to be with you. Why? I started asking questions like, why did you think he was gonna only be with you? Because he told you that? Like, so you believe what somebody told you without showing? I'm saying, like, at this point of your age, it's not even his fault. He don't know what he wants, just like you don't know what you want. Like, because know why? Neither one of y'all should be focusing on each other. You should be focusing on grades and being better.
Amen.
So I don't give a damn that he broke your heart, because know why? He should have never had your heart in the first place, because if the books had your heart, we wouldn't be in this predicament, would we?
I'm playing this for my daughter in the morning. I hope y'all understand this right now.
Major pain.
Amen.
I mean,
my daughter's pretty good, man. My daughter 22, man. Never been on a stripping pole, go to college, and ain't been pregnant. So you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got credentials now. What I'm talking about now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just shooting.
The mama same stats. I can't say that. I don't know. I just told her, I just told her now that she know how that feels. You pick men that make you feel opposite than that. Don't worry about how he dressed. Don't worry about how he look. Don't worry about how cool he is. You pick men that make you feel different than how this young man made you feel.
But you don't think see, I feel like this. It's no way that's too much pressure. She can't pick a man right now that's right. Because it's no nigga who gonna be right at her age.
Yep.
Because even the ones that she feel like is gonna be right, they not, because bro, you don't know. That's too much pressure on the young man and on her. Bro, you can't focus on that, because you need to look at this as like we're having friends. I always tell my daughter, you can't have no boyfriend, because friend, that's a title, and titles takes commitment and discipline, and it takes ownership. So that could be your friend. But when you start saying this my man, this my boyfriend, what is he doing to become that title? Like what have guys like what?
She respected that. She respected that my wishes on that. I told her 16 is when you can't have a relationship at the 16. But this was the first time, a boy showed her some intention. She, this was the first time she got to get dressed and go to a prom. So I'm pretty sure this hurt her. And like she expressed to me, it really hurt her.
You did all you could. At the end of the day, it's not about what to say. It's about just being there.
Yep.
Because there's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can say. As a daddy, there's nothing you can say. You don't give a damn about these young dudes. So there's nothing you can say that she gonna want to hit anyway. Once you pick up the phone,
like nobody.
The blessing, like Horace said, the blessing is that she called you. Let's get that straight. That's the blessing. The other blessing is you picked up the phone and you feel pain. You had empathy for her. Yeah. So now, other than that, she all right. She gonna bounce back. That's just life. I'm glad it's happening now. Then when she get 30, moved in with somebody, put his car in her name, and then he take it. See what I'm saying? Because we know people that you get hurt later on in life, and then nigga take everything you got, or a woman take everything. So them hurts early kind of make you build that. Because when she go to college, she can see the dude bopping down the hall and say, "Yeah, I know you, brother. I know you, brother." You know what I'm saying? So
that's why I had to take her. I had to take her to Target, her favorite store. I had to take her to Crumble. Every one of this weekend when I picked up, we had a conversation. It's an hour-long drive away from where she is, so it was a good conversation.
All you can pray for, Chris, to be honest to you, is that thing is impactful. Because at the end of the day, I'm right in the same boat with you. I ain't too far away from you, brother. So we just had these conversations with these young women and hope that our words are as impactful as we hope. And then we just got to be the men that lead by example, man, so that they can see that what we're saying, you feel me, actually align with what we're doing. That's it. That's all you can really do. Pray to God, bro. His shoulder's way bigger than ours. I ain't lying to you. I know you may don't believe me, but trust and believe.
We got to talk about this comment here. You talk about Cupcake, Latoya. You got to keep something. You can't let everything go. Learn to be okay with letting things go. People
anybody got any problem with Toya or Cupcake? Drop the low. I'm going to jail about them.
Feel it process. Move on.
I go smoke him right now for the 13. Smoke him right now.
Okay, kill 13-year-old.
Pakali.
Okay.
Oh, you feel
all right. Well, you know what? I'm closing out. I'm gonna go to Chris 2-3 first.
Yeah. I thank you guys for showing up. But before we close out, I'd like to give a moment of silence to the Memphis rapper Gangsta Boo. Man, before this, whatever we call female rap that we hear now, man, there was great female artists, and she was one of them. So I want to give a moment of silence to Gangsta Boo.
Mafia.
Thank you.
Shantae, I need you to let me know what your daddy said to you, because you've been hell out in this game.
Hey,
shout out to Pastor Renee, who about to get married any day now. All right. Dallas Cowboys.
Well, I want to shine some light on the subject. I don't know if y'all know I'm a former NFL star. I didn't know him till this came. Teo Johnson was allegedly accosted at work by a racist female CEO. She told him to make that, excuse my words, that big dick swing for me, daddy. After he expressed that he was in a relationship and he could not do that, the then racist white lady began to assault him and then cut him off for him his job and almost fired him. And this right here is just getting swept up under the rug and getting laughed at because this man has came first with him too. So I just want to lead the thing and say, protect black men, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, out here trying to do the right thing, and you got all these women out here berating and thinking they're untouchable because society told them that. And this man was just trying to do the right thing, just trying to do, just be a real solid guy. Like all these women were good. Then this woman come around and using her power and her authority and trying to get him to swing that thing though. And this is it should be stopped. And I will not stand for that. I want the same outrage that I have for the Me Too movement, for the Him Too movement. I want this to be on the CNN, the Fox News, and every damn channel. But I know one place it will be on a channel where it's 4 black men on it, because I got 2 little boys, and they will not be Him Too. Go ahead, Horace.
Yeah, because they're well endowed.
I want to make it public. It's happened to me too.
Right. And the sad thing is you just don't know it when you're young. We was abused.
Right. Because you're well endowed. That doesn't make it right. Okay, ladies? It doesn't make it right because he's well endowed. You got a blessing. You should thank God for it. Don't go around making me feel small because.
Toya, and what Toya just put is true. I gave you the black and white version. When you really read this, the lady was going in on him. Like this, not even though like, I want y'all to read this. Like this lady, she was not only Him to him, but she was racist. So she was making like nigga joke, like killing cuz. Like it's crazy. And it's like, it's just doing like nothing ever happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all right.
And he's more than just his private parts.
You know what? I think I got enough to tell my story now. I was on the job one time, and this racist white little woman would call me Babar, and I never understood what it means. Thank you, Toya, for giving me the strip. Him too will be.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah, him too is a new one. So
Babar.
Yeah. Babar lives. Thank you, Toya.
What it mean though? What Babar mean?
It's a cliffhanger. I don't know.
He's an elephant. He's an elephant. He trump and swing. God damn it.
You know, i.e. swing that big black, you know. Oh God, you gotta read, bro.
All right, who left? Zay, final comments.
I want to thank y'all for being out with us. I do want to talk about y'all who didn't get a mug. Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself. But it's still time. That's all I want you to know. It's still time. You know what I'm saying? God give you 70 times 7. We at the Black Super Friends, we give you 3. 3 times 3. That's all we got. Buy you a mug. Support the brothers that's trying to do the right thing. We appreciate you for spending your time with us on Monday night. You could be doing anything else. Happy birthday, Auntie.
All right. Hey, I don't have final comments. I'm just trying to get the hell out of here. Hey, I'm thankful that Auntie is back in the comments. Don Wynn is waiting on her mug. I love you, Don, for everything you do for me. The lady is the lady hiring. I don't know what that means.
Don Wynn want hot girl on the back of her mug.
He wants to be sexually abused.
No, she just fired somebody. I'm trying to see if she's looking for a new worker.
Younger me kind of was think the same way. So I ain't gonna
They're like he mad with you, Chris. You didn't manhandle the Wi-Fi for an hour.
Well, first of all, it's been a rough day, dog.
And he ain't get his question in.
No, Corey got one question. Corey, what's your question?
He been bothering.
What's your question, Corey? Let's see. What the fuck is your question? Let's see. I'm sorry, y'all. What's the question, Corey? You got a question right now.
I mean, first time listening.
Hey, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
Long time calling. I ain't got nothing for y'all. I like it.
Well,
next, hey, Corey. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see you Monday. Avrenta Dici, or whatever the Spanish.
The interlude was brought to you by Boone's Farm.